Sonshines Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Rishi Studer.
And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in to the hottest spot in town. I'll tell you, this is the hottest spot, should I say, in Northwest Florida. And welcome into Sonshines Corner, where purpose meets power. And of course, I strongly believe that conversation creates change. I am Sunshine, and I'm glad that you decided to spend time with us again today. And today we are talking about something that affects families, neighborhoods, and our entire community. And I want you to be a part of it. We're talking about mental health. We're talking about all of these things, the healing and recovery. And this fall, check this out, Landrum will host its 4th annual Landrum 5K Run Walk, benefiting Lakeview Center. You ready to walk? Ready to run? And it's nearly 29,000 people who depend on behavioral health, all of these services across Northwest Florida each year. So you see how important it is for you to sit still, be a part of what we're going to talk about. And I love the heart behind this event. It's talking about neighbors, we're helping neighbors, because nobody should have to face mental illness or substance abuse, misuse alone. Last year, the race raised, get this, an incredible $18,000 to support mental health and addiction treatment. And this year, they're looking to make an even bigger impact. Whew, that's a lot. And every single day, 50 new people reach out to Lakeview Center for help. Think about that, every single day. That means that this is more than just a 5K. It's about people. It's about families. It's about saying you're not alone and there is help. And I think that's so fantastic. So today, we're going to talk about why community support matters and how this event helps create hope, how you can be a part of making a difference right here in Northwest Florida. So don't go anywhere. Sit back, get your cup of coffee, get your tea. This is Sonshines Corner, and I welcome you in where purpose meets power. Conversation creates change every single day. And let's get into it. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
I am so happy that we're going to have this conversation today. I'm going to start from the end. Everybody's going to introduce themselves so we can know who we're talking to and what we're talking about. Ildy, you're going to go first.
Thank you. Ildy Hossman with Landrum,
Yes.
Public Relations Director, and it's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much.
I'm Natasha Sluter. I'm the Director of Development of LifeView Group.
Oh, wow.
Good morning. I'm Allison Hill. I'm the CEO of LifeView Group.
And I'm Sunshine. I'm your host. No, but this is fun. When I was reading over all the numbers and how this is so beneficial to the community, number one, how did this get started? I mean, with this collaboration that you have, that it reaches so many people in the community, who's going to take that one for me?
Well, I will just start a little bit and talk about our history with Landrum, and then Ildy, this event specifically, I'll turn it over to you. But Landrum has been a huge supporter of Lakeview Center for many, many years.
Right.
Mr. Landrum and his son now have served on our board in a governance capacity and just really been advocates of the work that we do. And then I think Britt had an idea about how to support even further, and that's where the race, the walk, the idea came from. So Ildy, I know that you guys spent a lot of time in just even making sure it was the right event and the right way to show support. Yes. So,
well, we're very passionate about being in the community, serving
Absolutely.
the community just as a company, and we have been for ever since we started the company, more than 5 decades ago when Mr. Landrum started the company. And today, with his son, Britt is a endurance athlete. He is a multi-time Ironman.
Wow.
He is a triathlete and just is very focused on the connection between exercise and general well-being, which includes mental well-being.
Exactly.
And he came to me a few years ago and said, I want to start an event. I want to do a fundraiser. I want it to be focused on mental health, and I want to look at what that will take.
Right.
Tell me what it'll take, and let's see what we can do to make an impact. And we want it to go to support you and their programs. And here we are today, 4 years later.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
We've raised. I think we're at over $50,000 collectively for the years that we've been doing this.
Those numbers keep going up, up. That's what we want. Are you going to run?
Yes, I did. I ran
There you
last year.
go.
Really excited about it. Okay, I ran and walked.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. No, speed walk is fine. Okay, I'm not going to run the whole thing, but speed walking and run it.
Oh, walking. I have a bad knee, so
Okay.
like I said, any walks of life, you can, even if a crawl if you have to. We'll love you to be a part of the race and be a part of the mission that we're doing. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'll say this about, for people, when we talk about Lakeview and the services that are provided there, I mean, so many different entities that's there for the community. I think that's absolutely outstanding. We were talking about a good friend, a doctor that I know very well there. He's a good friend. He's been on my show several times to talk about all the things that you do. But what we're going to talk about today is, when you talk about a person that's an athlete, why should a person really be an athlete, or can they just be their little old self and out there and just run? Because
for the event, you mean?
Yeah.
Everybody can come. You know, we have had runners in the past who run and they are hardcore runners and they want to win that race. But you know, the other thing that I think is so wonderful about race day is just the sense of community.
Okay.
You know, Britt has focused on the wellness aspect and how important that is to mental health, to have your physical health, but also community is so
Oh, God, I
important.
agree with you.
People need people and need to do things besides be on
That
their
old
phones
routine.
together, watching.
That's right,
like
that
to be,
routine.
move, and we have been blessed every year with amazing weather. So it's early in the morning. You come and you spend time with your friends. You have a cup of coffee. If you don't want to walk the whole distance or run the whole distance, you know, you can make it work. But you spend time with your friends. It's just a great way to spend a Saturday morning.
Exactly.
And the route is beautiful. It's downtown Pensacola. Get to see some things that you really never paid attention to when you weren't, walking 4 miles an hour or running 7 miles an hour, whatever it is.
Okay.
And you just take in so many things. Last year, I did the race physically, the 3-point.
That's going to say, because people may think a 5K means 5 miles. No,
Right.
that's only 3.2 miles.
That's right. And that was the first time that I was a participant in the race, and just thought to myself, well, I don't really think I ever saw that building ever. And so here's I'll live here all my life.
Right.
So it's really neat from that perspective. But I have to echo what Allison said. This is all about community. Landrum has been a household name for so long. We hear stories all the time about people saying that they got their first job through Landrum, or their mom got their first job through Landrum, and we love hearing those stories. And being part of the community and doing something like this that's so meaningful and does so much for so many people is a passion of ours. And we're just thrilled that we can be the company that does this for the community.
Most certainly. And people, and I want to encourage everybody who's viewing today to please get involved. I mean, Charles, your group, get involved.
Charles knows who he is.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
No, he gets out there. He has a group that he runs every week. I mean, they've really become, more fit with that. And he has a bicycle ride that he does. But what I'm saying is, I'm trying to encourage you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to run, or walk, or run, or walk, but I'm going to be there to be active, and I want everybody else to do the same thing. When we talk about what makes a difference in a race, when you speak of community, the difference in this race is what?
To me, it's the mental health aspect.
Thank you.
Everyone's been touched by some mental health issue, small or big. And so I think the things that Lakeview Center is doing is amazing for the community. We're helping people get back into community and thrive. It's your neighbor, it's your friend, it's a family member. So I think that's the big one. I think everyone, I don't know if you could even talk small, everyone's been impacted by mental health in some way.
Absolutely. And I think some people, what I want also, I try my best to get people to realize, when we say mental health, that does not mean that something is wrong with you crazy.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
No.
That means that you just said you need some help. You need to talk to somebody.
It's okay.
I mean, and it's there for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't let those words play that game on you.
No.
The mental part, if you don't get it, then I'll think.
Right.
And I think that's a stigma people have.
No, I absolutely agree. Yeah, we just
And we
want
it's just we want to help people. When we're raising awareness about mental health, when you get out there with your families and you bring everybody together, think about that. Do you have kids? What's the limit on the age? The kids? No limit?
No.
We have kids that are being pushed in a stroller.
Come on.
Yes,
Yeah.
we welcome that.
Yeah, everyone.
the focus on kids is greater this year than it has ever been.
Right.
We're going to have Chick-fil-A will be out there.
Uh-oh.
And we'll have
Already.
working on
You were coming
getting
anyway.
several
Yeah.
characters that are going to be dressed in costume. We'll have the Cat Country Cat will be out there, and a number of others. We're pulling for the Chick-fil-A cow to be out there, and others. But the focus on children is very important, and let's make sure that they understand that mental health is something that you have to be cognizant of your whole life. Being happy and focusing on positive things and doing things in your life that help you stay focused.
Most certainly.
And the physical activity component of that is tremendous, and so that's what really drives us.
When it comes to Lakeview, are there any areas that you're looking for support with?
Yes.
Like, for instance,
Yeah, all the time. I mean, we have huge gaps. I don't think the community knows that. I've only been with the organization 11 months now, and I've been blown away by the work that happens. It still happens without the funding. So we get state and federal dollars, but
Right.
we have really large gaps. And so I'm working really hard with the team to spread that message that it seems like Lakeview, oh, you know, they don't need support. No, we need support.
Exactly.
And we're not turning anyone away. We're helping people. It doesn't matter if you have insurance or not. We're taking you in. We're going to help you figure out whatever path that might be. But no, we definitely need help. Desperately need help.
how can the community help you with that? I mean, what would you ask of the community to do if you wanted help?
I mean, monitor. You know,
Monetary, of course. Money.
money.
Let's make that song. Money.
Yes, exactly. We have on our website, we have a wish list too. So we have
I see
urgent
that.
needs when someone comes into care. Sometimes they have nothing. So a shirt, a pair of pants, shoes is a big one. Even our kids, they have nothing. Actually, I had a friend donate a bunch of kids' clothes. I dropped them off yesterday with our CHIPS programs, our foster care program. And so
wow.
again, yeah, honestly at this point, it's anything. A champion, anyone like Landrum does, championing the mental health work with us. Like I said, we'll take any type of funding you'd want to give. If you want to, any kind of endowment you want to do, anything. Honestly, I'm building the program right now, our development program. So, I'm open to any ideas or thoughts, or if you want to champion with, work with us on another event, we'd love that too.
Wow.
Again, the need doesn't stop.
And it's not too late to sponsor. Where the sponsorships
good
for
point.
the event itself
Exactly.
are still open, and we're taking those, and we have a handful of new sponsors this year. We've been very, very fortunate with this event that it's been very widely embraced by the business community, and we're asking them to bring their team members to
Right.
the event to cheer on their fellow teammates that are in the race, and just be there and have a good time. As Allison said, grab a cup of coffee, but those sponsorships are still available, and we're happy to bring them on.
Volunteer.
Absolutely.
You can volunteer as well if you'd like. That's another big one, but yeah, definitely.
And run. Like, we need people
Yeah,
to
we
sign
want
up
to-
for the
yeah.
race.
We got to run now, people.
Yeah.
We got to have a run.
Yeah, it's the energy and the excitement around the event. So.
Exactly. I mean, so ladies and gentlemen, I want to reiterate the fact that you say, oh, well, this is just August. It will be here before you know
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it. In the blinking of an eye. Because this month, the day is what, 18th? It's mid-month already. It
yeah.
seems like
We're in September.
I mean, exactly. And don't put it off. Go ahead and do this, because I believe in community.
Yes.
I mean, 150%. And when you bring the community together with something like this, you're having fun, but yet helping such a huge, huge debt that's needed with Lakeview. The things that you all do, and the fact that you've tied those knots together there with Landrum,
Yeah.
that's been around for a long time.
Very blessed.
Come on now, that's a great thing.
Yeah,
So I
it's been
say that
wonderful.
for everybody to please come out and be involved in this. What kind of, what message would you like viewers to take away with them about what we're doing now? How can we talk to them about this? Okay, I'm just getting to this. You're going to talk to me, Allison. Now, tell me why I don't want to run, Allison. I don't want to run. What is it?
And I'm okay if you don't want to run, Sunshine. I'm okay if anybody comes in, they just want to be in community with people.
There you go.
Now we might put you to work, like Natasha said. I'm glad that Illy got to do the race last year, because there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes, making sure that things work right.
Exactly.
So if you want to come, if you want to help, if you want to run, if you want to just visit with people and learn about what Lakeview does, 'cause
Exactly.
we will have people there talking about, with a table and stuff. But yeah,
I learned
we
something
definitely want
today
you to
too,
come.
Allison, that I didn't know. When you were talking about the need for the clothing, I didn't know that.
So we have over 60 programs that serve our community, Escambia, Santa Rosa, Walton counties, and they cover the full continuum of care. And what that means is whatever service you need, whatever support you need, we likely provide those services. So in a clothing area, we have residential programs. We have people who live with us in programs that we run on campus, and sometimes they come to us with the shirt on their back.
Oh my
And so our team works to make sure that they have dignity in our program, that they're getting not just the mental health services that they need, but all of the other life things that people need. So that's where clothing comes in and helps.
As long as I've been, I've known, that never even crossed my mind.
And we have, so we have residential programs, but we also are very much in the community with a lot of community-based teams.
Of course.
So we have a children's program, a CAT team is what we call it, where we work with the family, children and their families in their home, in the school. And I think because of all the work you do in the community, how heartbreaking it can be sometimes.
Yes, Lord.
So sometimes a pair of shoes is what makes a difference in our team. That's not something that we are funded to do, but it's something that our folks know is so important in developing a relationship with the families that they're working with. And so that's where Natasha comes in and helps us kind of close those gaps, what we don't have funding for. How can we bring those resources to bear so that
that can be used by people who are really in need of it. Right.
Because if a mom is worried about where am I going to get shoes for my child, they're not necessarily thinking about focusing on the relationship and the bonding. And so if we can help with just the whole needs, then we can do our job better.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, we as a community can connect the dots and make it even better. Stay with us. We're going to continue this conversation. We're going to go to break and come back right here on Sonshines Corner.
I learned during my military service to train every day to fight and fight to win. If you've been injured in an accident, you already know one thing for sure. The insurance companies are going to fight you for every dollar you deserve. At Michelson Booth, we settle most of the cases we handle. But if the insurance companies choose to fight, well, we're okay with that too. If you've been injured in an accident, choose a law firm that's got the resources, training, and stomach for the fight. Michelson Booth. Don't be a victim twice.
Nestled in the heart of Pensacola, Dorothy's is a one-of-a-kind, community-driven cocktail bar by Oasis, Florida, created to sustain vital HIV and STI care across the Florida Panhandle. Inspired by the Wizard of Oz, rooted in inclusion, and dripping with character, Dorothy's is a welcoming space with award-winning Oz-inspired cocktails, food by Steel Pony Diner, and an unmatched atmosphere. Join us 7 days a week in downtown Pensacola, located directly across from Maritime Park and the Blue Wahoo Stadium.
Do you want to meet a family with a transgender kid? Here we are. Max loves to do backflips. Max loves to play his ukulele. Max loves to just be a kid and just be himself. When I found out I was pregnant, all I really wanted was a happy, healthy, whole child. And that's what I got. I think it's really important for people to know that trans kids don't have a political agenda. They are just kids. Like any parent, we love our kids unconditionally, and we will never stop fighting for them. Stand with us. Protect our families.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
Get some Billy's Big League sauce for your next cookout or family meal. Sold at local vendors throughout this area. If you want to have that big league taste, it's Billy's Big League Everything sauce sold in local stores. Get some today and spice up your fastball. It definitely is a home run around the dinner table. Your friends and family will thank you. Visit us at billysbigleaguesauce.com, made in the USA.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town. This is where we have those conversations that you don't get anywhere else. This is where we reach out to let you know what's important, because what? We all are part of the same community. And today we're talking about a run that's coming up in October that's going to be with Landrum, and of course we've got my friends over at Lakeview. They're doing great work in the community, and as I talk, I'm finding out so much more. But we'll talk about something off break. I said I'm going to let you have that, Allison. Take it away.
Well, we were talking about the work that we do at Lakeview Center with our military, with our wounded veterans and their families.
Right.
We are so proud of our partnership with Home Base, which is an organization based in Boston. We're an affiliate site here in Pensacola, and we receive specialized training with them to provide services to our veterans who have different kind of injuries, perhaps, and different life experiences.
Exactly.
And so our clinical team works with, through referrals with Home Base, providing services to our military, or our retired, our veterans.
Exactly.
Mental health is such a huge part of their transition from their service into civilian.
And a lot of people don't realize that.
And the life experience is so unique and so specific to their time in service. And so to be able to provide those specialized services is really something wonderful, something that I'm very proud that Lakeview is a part of.
Most certainly. And I keep looking at the three of you, and I see the smiles, the joy, and that tells me how you really enjoy what you're doing, because it tells on the face.
Yes.
When you can look at a person, because they always say that the eyes are the windows to the soul.
Oh, yes.
You can see that the work that you put in is not just something on the surface, it's coming from within, because it's making a difference. When you talk about connecting the community together, and I'm all about that, just think about this. We get the veterans out there, we get some of the military people out there that we're going to speak those things, right? And even with the local community, to get that camaraderie going, when you see the energy, if I'm on the side rooting, go Allison, go. I mean, it's what's that word I'm looking for? It's the energy that gets going, that keep everybody moving in the right direction.
Well, and I think what makes a big difference in this particular space is when people realize it's not somebody else that's impacted by mental health. It's not somebody else who's impacted by substance misuse. We all know somebody personally may have been affected by it. It's not something that somebody else is struggling with, and that builds the community, that changes people's perspective, and it makes people want to get involved.
Of course. I think when it becomes more openly that people can feel free to talk about mental health because of the stigma there. And I try to convey this message all the time in any conversation, that it's okay. You'll feel so relieved when I do. Then you come out there and run with it, you're gonna feel even better. Think about that. I mean, just to get knowing that you're not in this alone.
You're not alone.
There's so many other people that's dealing with some of the same things that you may be dealing with. But when it comes to community members showing up and support another great big thing that we're planning for, I want to send a plea out to everybody that I know, business-wise, community-wise, for all of those who inbox me about all those other questions. I want you to do something. How can they register for the run?
They can go online to the Landrum website, landruminc.com, and go to the race registration page.
Gotcha.
And it's also Run Sign Up, which is a community page. They can find the Landrum race there as well.
And on our Lakeview page as well.
Yeah, Lakeview.
We're going to make it easy.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yes, all over social media as well. So contact me. I mean, also we'll help, or LD and I'll talk to anyone, help with anyone.
Exactly.
Get you out there. So.
Exactly. So stop inboxing me that way, just going outboxing me on top of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, it's out there. Yes.
Right.
Get it done, and don't feel, I can't do. The only thing you cannot do is not take the time to write it down and get yourself involved. Okay. This is what I'm pleading for you to do. Business, your neighbors, your school friends, whomever. Make sure that you're ready for this run that's coming up in October, because look how many it's going to benefit. When you talk about substance abuse, when you talk about mental health, when I think about the people that I know that have gotten help through Lakeview, the help is there for you. I mean, the help is there for you, but it's up to you to be a part of it. Let's bring this community together on more than one way. And this way we can really come together helping each other. When it comes down to the things that I want to talk about how they access care with you for the different things that people deal with on a daily basis that when they may not have the funds,
Right.
may not have that insurance card
Right.
to get the help that they need, anxiety, depression, all these things that I talked about, it happens every day.
It does.
Substance abuse. It has no respect to person.
No.
This is an addictive something that people try. Hallelujah, thank you, didn't do it, but the fact of it is you probably have somebody in your family. But these are things that you offer.
Right. And we offer access at different points on somebody's life journey.
Okay.
You know, ideally, we don't want to wait till somebody is in crisis before
Exactly.
they reach out. Unfortunately, that's a lot of time when it does happen.
Okay.
So, you know, you can call Lakeview, and if you think you need support, if you are struggling, you know, and we can go through our normal intake process. That's ideally how it happens. Just
Right.
like when you're not feeling well and you call your doctor, like in that preventative kind of mode.
Right.
If you are in crisis, or you have a loved one who is in crisis and you just don't know where to turn, that's where our mobile response team is very helpful.
Now, see, there you go again. You said that mobile.
So mobile response is a 24/7 service of Lakeview Center, and you can call anytime. Referrals can come, phone calls can come from an individual or a loved one of an individual when you're just not sure what to do. And our mobile response team will come to you if that's most appropriate. Sometimes they can talk on the phone, sometimes they can FaceTime you, but they will make contact with you within 2 hours is what our target, what we strive for. And they can do assessment, triage, help you figure out the best course of action. If they feel like you are safe, you know, that you're not going to harm yourself or harm somebody else, then they will work with you on how to do follow-up. And that is a number. We get a lot of calls from our school system, a lot of times from just families who just don't know where to turn. Sometimes an individual isn't ready for help. And so our staff can help walk families through, here's things you need to be aware of, things to look for. If things escalate, let's do this. And
Unbelievable.
That's a service.
Talk to me about the Baker Act program. Break that down to me and what that is.
Sure. So in Florida, the Baker Act is the state law under which an individual who is, we have concerns that they're a danger to themselves or others, can be brought in involuntarily for an assessment period. And generally it's by law enforcement. It could be a voluntary. A person could come in and ask for help. We have the adult receiving facility that serves Escambia and Santa Rosa County, meaning every individual under the Baker Act in our two counties come to Lakeview for that assessment. And our clinical staff do the evaluation and determine the best course of treatment. Many times that is an admission into an inpatient bed, either at our crisis unit or at Baptist or Florida West HCA. Or if we can divert them to care, connect them, perhaps they were a client and maybe they are out of their medication. So we can get them to their case manager, to their physician, and get their prescription refilled. Sometimes they have family that they can stay with and come back the next morning for a follow-up appointment. But we do that immediate kind of triage to make sure that individuals aren't just, that they end up in a place where they can receive care and not in an emergency room or in jail. You know, how can we connect them with resources?
Wow. When you say Baker Act, I guess I've heard the word before. How do you, I mean, I don't know, this may sound crazy when I ask this, but how do you know when a person needs to be Baker Act? I mean, what are the things, I mean, name me something off, okay, I bumped my toe, Baker Act me. I mean, that's just an example.
Right. No, it would be behavior, again, where you feel like a person is a danger, where they're going to harm themselves or harm other people, where their self-care, their ability to make good decisions, you know, we are a little concerned about that. But the most important thing about the Baker Act, Sunshine, is that if you make the call to law enforcement, they've been trained, and whether that's the appropriate course of action or whether there's other interventions that are more appropriate. And so I always make sure that people, and it's very hard for loved ones to call law enforcement on their loved one.
So that could be a person that's having an erratic way of acting.
Right.
It could be, and they have a hard time. And again, it may not be that a Baker Act's appropriate. Sometimes it just, you need a little bit of time, but having law enforcement there and using their experience. We also do have a co-responder team with Escambia County Sheriffs. And if it's a mental health call, then that unit can respond. So you've got a licensed counselor that responds with the sheriff and can help, again, make the appropriate assessment about the best course of action.
So that's a part of your response team and all that?
That is a part of our response team.
Unbelievable. You see, when I get quiet, I'm being educated because it's something I didn't know, okay? I mean, but I say this because all of these things that we're talking now, when you see all that they do, that's provided for the community. Things that you are not aware of, and I'm sure that not only me, but not the depths of where we're going. This is why it's so important that you register, get your team registered, so that you can be a run, because guess where these monies are going? Ooh, right back over here in the community, so we can help those people who need it. I wanted to paint a picture so that people can see we are doing this so that we can get the help. It could be your family next. You never know what tomorrow holds. But it could be your cousin, your brother, your mother, your uncle. But when we have something that's planned that's going to bring in the necessary resources that we need so we can continue to provide these services, get registered, Charles. We'll be back with more right here on Sonshines Corner.
Empire Truck Sales, located at 2255 West Detroit Boulevard in Pensacola, is your Freightliner, Western Star, Detroit Diesel, and Cummins dealer for Northwest Florida. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., Saturdays and Sundays, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., providing sales, service, and parts. Empire Truck Sales is also your Oasis dealer for Freightliner custom chassis RV and motorhome repairs. Running I-10 will get you in.
Hey everybody, I'm Eric Bramer.
And I'm Charlie Hobart.
You can tune in Fridays at 5:30 on Blab TV for Wahoos Weekly, your weekly in-depth look at the Pensacola Blue Wahoos on the field and off.
We'll be talking to players and highlighting initiatives in the community that make Pensacola so special.
And when the Blue Wahoos are here at home, it leads right into live game coverage from Blue Wahoo Stadium. That's Wahoos Weekly, Fridays at 5:30
on Blab TV.
Get a fresh cut and a fresh start at AHW Barber Academy. We focus on growth. Join us at 3822 North 9th Avenue, Pensacola, for a top-notch $6 haircut while supporting aspiring barbers. Our students learn in a real-world setting, guided by experienced professionals to become licensed barbers. Need a cut or a new career? Visit AHW Barber Academy or call 850-692-9298.
Take a breath and step into something green. At Pensacola Seed and Garden, both of our locations are open 7 days a week, ready when you are. We don't just sell plants, we grow many of them right here with care you can see. And once you take one home, you'll find everything you need to help it thrive. Visiting from out of town? Discover unique exotic plants you can bring home, often for less than ordering online. Pensacola Seed and Garden. Grow something beautiful.
And welcome back to a conversation I believe that is so necessary. Believe me, this is why I believe conversation changes things. Because I didn't know about a lot of things that we've talked about, but now I'm educated so that I'll be able to educate somebody else. And you know, it's just like that old domino effect. I learn, it keeps falling, and it keeps growing and growing and growing. And this is not, because I'm going to be your B runner next year. I got to practice this year. I'm going to be out there this, but next year, what's his name, the athlete? The guy who came up with this, came over to you.
Brett.
Yeah, Brett. Look out. All right.
I will let him know you said that.
Challenge accepted.
Look.
Oh,
I was just playing, Brett. But no, really, it's a way that we can bring the community together. We talk about so many things. Let's talk about partnership for people that work with you in the community. Landrum is one of your great big people who work with you. So other people.
Yeah, I will tell you one of the things. This community is a very generous community. I have a lot of peers and colleagues across the state, and there's a lot of competition. I think one of the things that we appreciate and honor in our community is that we do more together than if we compete for the scarce resources that we have. You know, so when I share with you what Lakeview does in regards to mental health and substance misuse, we do that in partnership with a lot of organizations in our community, and with law enforcement, with the court system. You know, I mean, it's not the problem is bigger than any one entity can
Absolutely,
tackle.
absolutely.
And so when we work together, we don't duplicate efforts. The visual I like to use is we stand side by side and we lock arms.
Exactly.
You know, rather than standing in a line and we focus on kind of the same problem.
I like that, yeah.
And Landrum in this event has brought just a whole different dynamic, because what I have learned, so I have been with the organization 28 years. And it's interesting, and Lakeview has been around for over 70 years.
Right.
And there are still people in our community that are like, what's Lakeview? And what I have learned, 1954.
Get out of
That's
here.
what I was saying earlier. I think they really think we do really well. We do a great job for the community. But again, we're so old machine. But I'm like, no, we are, but we need help. You know, sorry.
Exactly.
I mean, I think people until you need help, you don't
think
know.
about it.
No, you're right. You don't.
You know?
You don't think
People
about
don't
it.
want to talk about it.
And so when we have the business community and other people who are willing to partner and say, hey, this is important and have you heard, you know, here's what Lakeview does, or more importantly, you know people who need help and you can help get them to us. So those partnerships are really important in fundraising for sure, but also just in sharing the message. You know, there's
awareness.
Knowing that somebody might be struggling and feel like they don't have anywhere to turn is
Absolutely.
That's just not what our life work is about. You know, we don't want anybody to be struggling alone.
Absolutely. And as you know, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm sure it's been a point in my life. I've gone through difficulties.
I have too.
And not ashamed to say, but I can say, look, by finding ways that there were things that could help me, that's why I'm here smiling today. So therefore, look at what's being given, offered for you. This is why people such as Landrum would like to partner with you, because we see the success.
Right.
We see the growth. We see the difference that's being made. And there are many entities that people use your services. We were talking about a young lady who's a good friend of mine, and I know she does. And I love her with a perfect kind of love. But she needed that, and I know so many things that she told me about. But you see, there are things for you, ladies and gentlemen. You may feel like right now, I may not need that right now, but you don't know what tomorrow holds.
Right.
So this is why it's so utterly important that when we have the time, that we put our resources into a business, not just a business, into an entity that's reaching out to make a difference. You know, I don't care where you are, every business has to have resources to survive. You cannot go out there and go and magic in the air and it works. And that's why I strongly believe, when I always like to use this analogy, when we put our resources together, see how tight that is. And like I said, we're not like this, but look how far that can go by us coming together for the things that we need. And you put your 10 with my 10, we got 20. You put your 100 with my 100, we got 200.
Exactly.
And it keeps growing and growing and growing. I didn't ask you for a certain amount. We asked you for your help. So let's help. It may be going out buying some clothes for babies or whatever the case may be, but don't allow that old in your head to say no. Reach out and help somebody. Diana Ross, reach out and touch.
That's what it's about.
See, I got to laugh out you then, right?
That's right.
Let me do my hair.
Don't ask us to join it. Don't ask me to join it.
You're going to be my background. Somebody's hand.
You're doing great. Keep singing.
But you see, you got me losing my thought. I can't sing. I can talk. But listen to this. What are some of the signs that someone may need help when you're not? Like if I'm at home, if I have the difference in attitude in my child, instead of me just going, shut up, John. What are some of the things that we look for?
Yeah, so one of the things you're looking for change. You're looking for differences in behaviors.
Okay.
If somebody is usually really quiet and reserved, and that's not necessarily a need for help, but if they're very outgoing and active and involved, and then they just don't want to get out of bed, or if you notice a change in diet, or subtle things like that is you want to be paying attention to. If they start calling out from work, or activities they enjoy and they don't want to do them anymore.
Right.
All of those are signs to talk with that person.
Wow.
I wouldn't necessarily say Lakeview your first phone call. I mean, it can be absolutely, but that connection, that community at home, that conversation, sometimes people just need you to ask if they're okay, and most importantly, they need you to listen when they share with you what's going on. And then if you need that professional support, then that's when you would call Lakeview.
Right. Don't abuse it.
Yeah, no, it's not even really about that. It's just, people, they need to have that support where they live, work, and play. You don't live with me at Lakeview. I mean, we do have residential programs, but we're community-based. So you're going to spend a little bit of time with your Lakeview therapist or your Lakeview doctor, but then you're going to go home, and you're going to go to school, and you're going to go to church, and you're going to play in the neighborhood. You're going to do all of those things. And so we want the community to be equipped to be that community, to be that support.
Right. And when you think about this, when I was listening as you were talking and you were saying how you noticed the difference in behaviors. If I'm quiet, then something else comes out of me. Oh, I'm Miss Loudly now, or whatever. It flips. That causes what happened? If there's a difference in you're out and going, all that good stuff, right? And I think that sometimes I hear people, they're just going through something, they'll get over it. No, they need help. I think that's a way of showing you that I do need help if I'm lashing out.
Right.
Or if I'm showing you a difference in my personality, I'm asking you, Allison, I really need help. Don't you see what I'm going through?
Well, and I don't want to say people just get over it, but what I do like to tell people, or I think everybody needs to appreciate, is that life is a journey. So where you are today isn't where you're going to be next week, next month, next year. And if you're in a really rough place, then you probably need somebody to walk with you on their life journey.
Absolutely.
And people are messy. People's life stories and their life journeys, they're messy. And so relationships and people that you count on, people that you trust, people that are showing up for you, those are the people that you need to connect with. And if you don't know how to do that, or you need support in doing that, that's where therapy comes in. Maybe medication management comes in, community supports come in.
Absolutely.
To just provide help on that part of your life journey that may be a little rougher than.
I got you.
Yeah.
I just had a thought. When we talk about things, how we reach out to touch people, I want to challenge you. Now, Charles, I'll call your name again. But now let's say all those people that's in your group, I want you to get your cell phone, pick it up. People that you know, text them. I ask everybody to text 10 people. Just pick up your cell phone.
Right. Just ask them how they're doing. Check in.
Check in. Yep. But now when you check on these people, what I want people to do is to come out and get involved with the community.
Right.
Now this is the way, in that little text, checking on you, what's up, how's it going? Hey, look, I want you to come go with me this day. So that's 10 on that group. Now there's another 10 from that group. So therefore we're keeping that rolling to get people involved. Yep. And once they get there, can you think about the camaraderie that's going to go on? Now that I see you in your face. Right. That's going to be this measure of competition. Oh, you want to really compete with me, but it's fun competition. Yeah. As you raise awareness, as you raise monies for an entity that uses it to benefit the community. So we're giving back and coming back both ways. I always challenge people to go beyond their comfort zone, because if you're in that, I can't go any further. Yes, you can. Push yourself another inch. Yeah. And I'm an outdoor person. I love, I'm downtown 3 or 4 times a week. I got my little route that I do that's 4 miles.
Piece of cake, 5K.
That's right. But what I want you to do is come on, join in and be a part of that. And I'm going to continue. I want you to continue to watch my Facebook page. I want to challenge so many people to do that because I want them to be a part of this entity. Get to know somebody else.
Exactly. Yeah.
Learn somebody else. Brett. Isn't that his name? Brett.
Right.
Challenge.
Yeah. You get a medal. You get a really cool medal.
You do.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
So
we redesigned it this year. It's going to be
really
cool. Yes.
That's going to be good. Put a
Sure. Everyone that participates gets a finisher medal, and then we have awards for age group categories.
Oh, really? Let's talk about that. This is all information to inspire people to get really into it. Now, these age group awards, right? Yes. How do they got to run fast, slow? Just get out.
Right. Well, there's a walker division and a runners division.
Okay.
So depending on what you've signed up for, you can compete for an award. But we have a 13 and under category, and on up from there, up into the.
Really?
Yes, up into the retired and.
Okay, up into the mature people.
Mm-hmm. Everyone is welcome.
I saw this gentleman. I was at a race. It was on the 4th of July. Early in the morning. I think it was Ronald McDonald House.
Right.
There was a man. He did that race. This is he was 80-something years old.
Wow.
And he came across there like, I said, really? And I'm on the mic, really? I mean, but I say that to say, there's nothing you can't do. You can talk yourself out of anything. But be out there and be competitive. Get to know somebody. Let somebody else be expressive about you when you come across that finish line behind me.
You'll be there waiting to cheer for them, right?
He'll be right in front of me.
Oh, listen, I'm having fun, okay? When I get hot, I'm like, oh, there's water.
We got plenty of that too.
And now, children, adults, everybody need to be involved. Now, with the counseling that you all have there, because I think everybody needs to be able to talk to somebody at some point in their life, because you can hold up. This is my girlfriend when she said, no, Sunshine, you need to talk about it. Pressure will bust a pipe. If you don't, it's going to bust you. You know what I'm saying? Because I got this, I got that. We got to go take a break. We want to talk about the counseling, how we can get people involved with that when we get back, okay? Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen, right here on Sonshines Corner, so you can get ready to take that run with me coming up in October. I got
For 75 years, we've been caring for families, creating jobs, and working to build a healthier community. This is your home, and ours too. We're honored to be the trusted partner in your care. Baptist Healthcare, here for you then, now, and always.
Hi, I'm Emily Echeverria, Marketing Communications Director for Council on Aging of West Florida, where we're dedicated to helping seniors and their families live healthier, happier, and more connected lives. That's why I'm proud to host Coming of Age, an engaging show highlighting local experts, community partners, and ambassadors of the programs and services making a difference locally. Watch Coming of Age Wednesdays, 3:30 on Blab TV and anytime on YouTube. And remember, enjoy life. You've earned it.
The Emerald Coast Utilities Authority's state-of-the-art materials recycling facility processes recyclables for communities throughout the region, lowering need for more landfills. This highly efficient recycling service accepts glass, paper, cardboard, plastics, aluminum, and more. But we need your help. Please make sure your recyclables are clean of garbage, food, and liquids. Also, please remember that plastic shopping bags, foam products, or yard waste are not recyclable. To learn more, go to livegreenecua.com.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quint Studer, and I am Blab TV.
And welcome back to Sonshines Corner. We're having a great conversation. I tell you, we talk more off camera than we do on camera. We have to slow it down. But the fact that we're touching things that mean so much that we can bring it back to you. Thank you for sitting in with us again today, because it's all about information, and that's how we do it. Knowledge is power. Now you're getting all this knowledge, and you can apply it by registering to run coming up in October. So don't wait till the last minute. Let's do it. We were talking about counseling with the, I think I was reading, I got this from Chip, I believe, that the opioid death rate is at the top here.
So, yeah, I would probably 3 years ago. So some of that information is a little lagged, but
okay.
3 years or so, 3 or 4 years ago, we had the highest overdose rate in the state. in Escambia County. And we are making huge strides and huge progress in this community. The partnerships that I talked about a little earlier is what has turned the tide in this community. Again, since the data's a little lagged, I don't know where we are compared to the rest of the state.
Exactly.
But you know, we have the access to Narcan in this community now is, if anybody wants it, they can get it for free. You can find it just about everywhere.
Oh, wow.
The training that law enforcement has had, the CORE program, which is a partnership with EMS and community health. We have medication-assisted treatment programs at Lakeview Center. And then you have other nonprofits like Jayla's Voice and Hope Above Fear, Offensive. All of those teams are out educating the community, helping connect people with service. Harm reduction is the goal. Like, I need you to, in order to recover, you have to be
Absolutely.
alive. You know, and so wherever you are in your life journey, we want to be there to meet you. You may not be ready yet, but maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. And so the impact that all of those partnerships working together have had has truly made a difference. You can see in the numbers in this community.
Those dots connect.
Absolutely.
To make that difference. I tell you, we have talked about so many things today, and I tell you, but overall now, even though we're sharing with you what's provided through Lakeview, don't forget, now I need you to register. Go on and get registered for the walk that's coming up. Now, don't procrastinate. Do it today. You'll be out of the way. Take care of it. You know, get that done now. If you got friends that you want to do it well. What do you see? What do you think when we're making the progress? I was like you said right there, we got progress there. I also realized that, what was that other one? Fentanyl?
Fentanyl.
Yeah. That is downward slope now from what I understand. And it's all because of the teamwork, I would say?
Teamwork, and I would say too, there's different laws now about testing, which again, the goal is harm reduction. And so while ideally, I think as a community, we would want to see no substance use, abuse in this community, the reality is that's not where everybody is on their life journey. So if we can help them live another day, they may reach that point on their life journey where they're ready for help. And they're ready to live a life of recovery and be healthy and have their family and their community and go to work. And
this is another way.
Right.
It's always another way because that stuff is so addictive.
Absolutely.
And because it can happen to anybody.
Exactly.
You know, and the young people, especially now when they try something, and don't get me wrong, it's not only young people using this stuff. It's a lot of mature people got on this stuff.
Well, I can, you know, we serve hundreds of people in our medication-assisted treatment program, and we have, you know, a working mom who got addicted to pain meds because of a back injury.
Right.
And so now she comes to our clinic every morning for her medication, for her methadone.
So what is
and
that?
then she goes home and gets her kids ready for school, and then she goes to work, and she's able to live,
perform and do the right
recovery.
thing. So what's methadone?
So that is just one of the medications that's available now to treat addiction. And
you made my arm jump. I was like, oh, okay.
And it is another resource, another tool. You know,
absolutely.
It's not trading one bad habit for another habit. It's providing individuals with the resources they need to live a healthy life, to live the life that they want to live, and to be able to make the choices that they need to make for themselves and for their family. So whatever those tools look like, whatever those resources look like,
right. They're provided.
You want to have those.
She can come every day and get this.
So methadone is a daily. You know, there's some medications that you can do every month. There's different treatment, but that particular example isn't every day.
Unbelievable. Well, now you know we're down to the last 4 minutes, and can you believe that?
No, I'm much surprised. I was like,
oh, no,
let's go.
No, we're down to the last 4 minutes.
Amazing.
I want to go to Landrum. What would you say to our viewers today? What has inspired you to continue to be this partner to get this run going, to get somebody else to partner with us, another business?
I love that question. I am a compulsive volunteer. I usually say yes to anything somebody asks me to do. In fact, I had to scale back some when my kids were born because that's another whole nother handful that you take on, you know, in your life journey when you make that decision and they come into your life. But I am personally motivated because I see the enthusiasm from our company leadership, from Britt, who started the race, and that's very inspirational to me. And to know that we're making a difference with the things that Allison and Natasha talked about today.
Yes.
That is personally meaningful to me. It matters to me that we are affecting lives directly with this race, the things that we do for this race, the preparation, all of the work that goes into putting this event on. It's very meaningful to me that we are helping individuals to overcome these challenges in their lives and get them back to their families, get them back to work, get them back to being productive and happy.
Absolutely.
And that's really what it's all about. And for me to be able to to work with this team to help put this event on each year is just really something special that I do, and that I'm really happy that our company champions every year, and that our team, beyond just myself,
of course,
all of us at Landrum that work to put this event on, that we're here for it. We show up for it and make it happen each year. It's a super important thing that's affecting a lot of people.
So get there. That's right. So everybody else, you need to be a part of it too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Do. Yeah.
Natasha?
Absolutely.
Your last words. What would you like to say? We're down to the raw now, my love.
Well, I will just say that this community wouldn't thrive without Lakeview or these partnerships.
Exactly.
I think it goes down to that single person, like you were talking about the mom. She's thriving, so the community's thriving. So I think that's it at the end of the day. And I'm so blown away by the work that I've seen, and I'm excited to be a part of it, and the 5K and Landrum. So just to keep moving forward and reach out to me, because I'm ready to connect and
do it.
And continue to move this community forward.
Absolutely. My girl.
My last word, I guess what I would want people to know is that help's available.
Absolutely.
Nobody needs to struggle alone. Nobody needs to worry about a darker tomorrow. Like, there is hope. Lakeview brings hope. We don't ask for your money when you walk in the door. Although, Natasha, we need help. You can't make it work without funding.
That's right. But, Natasha said.
But the help, the help that Ildi talked about, and this partnership, like financially, we need to make it work. But I also don't want that to ever be a reason where somebody don't reach out for help.
Absolutely. Well, now for those who are viewing today, now when we say we need your help, let's go. I always ask people, reach just a little bit deeper. Watch what you pull out. Just a little bit deeper, because you see how important it is that we do have them in our community. And in order for this to be another 70 years, we need some funding. We need help. Help is on the way. This is what we do by coming together. And please, I want to encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids are back in school, so give them to do something to do on the weekend. Get them registered to be a part of this run that's coming in October. We're going to come back again so we get closer to this, so we can talk more about it, to get that last push on it, to have everybody out there. I want to thank you guys for coming in for me today. I want to thank you guys for the talk, the fun we've had, that will continue. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Ladies and gentlemen,
us.
my time is up. I've got to get out of here, but I want to leave you as I do every single day. Never, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember this, and I believe it from my heart. If you keep God first in whatever you do, I'll guarantee you'll be a total success. So until tomorrow for another day of sunshine, know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining while I'm gone. Go out and tell somebody that you love them and mean it by showing them. Actions speak so much louder than words. And I say this to you too, Charles. Get them registered. Bye for now.
Sonshines Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Rishi Studer.